Please give me the shout out if you can hear the music on the background, please. Thank you. For those of you who are online, thank you for spending the time here. I know you're eager to know the results. 4 more minutes to go. Please do some comments or say hi to those online right now if you can hear my music especially. Thank you. We shall begin when the next music ends, all right? Are we all ready to rumble? Are you all excited to know the answers and the results? Please give me a message if you can hear me loud and clear. No message, no comments means you cannot hear, means I will hold back my answers until I hear something. Can you all hear me? Okay, good. Let us begin. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. BT here again, and today it is time for us to release the results of the playoffs. And on top of that, we will also draw who your next opponents are, provided that you go past the gate of the playoffs. And on top of that, I promise to you, there's going to be a surprise. Right? So, but let's get on with the result at this point in time. You can see that I'm kind of like squeezed in the screen here, trying to go in behind because I'm working from home. But I thought it'd be nice to actually show the results on screen rather than me reading out to you, right? So I actually prepared this last night. So here goes the first results. But before I say that, I'd like to thank everybody for participating in this. I hear interesting feedbacks in terms of some of them were pretty excited about the program, and I'm happy to hear that. More importantly, it's not just exciting and fun, but it helps your organization in the business as well. Okay, so let's get on with this. This is the first group. I'm not sure whether you can see the screen clearly. I'm sure you can, and it's not an opposite side of things. This first group, it's East Crew of Indonesia and double whammy of Malaysia, right? Throughout the 4.5 weeks, this group was kind of like, I don't see a lot of swings. Most of the time I saw double whammy ahead of the group here. And I would say probably as a result, it is no surprise that double whammy actually win the group hands down. Right, so it's 1 versus 19. Sorry to East Crew, I think you are blasted to smithereens in this playoffs competition at this point in time. Okay, so thank you and congratulations to Double Whammy. Allow me to move on to the next group. This group is interesting. It's a team Golden Chicken from Vietnam and a team from Malaysia, the chosen ones. Interestingly, this team have been head-on since day one in the qualifiers, all the way to the final week of the playoffs. And it's interesting to even see that their scores are still tied at this point in time. So if you were to read some of the game rules within the guidebook, we had to look at a situation where it's tie now, and we have to look at how they fare in terms of scores, how they fare in terms of the overall tournament, and that includes the points that they generated in the qualifiers. And I'm happy to say that Team Malaysia won the group here. All right, congratulations to the chosen one. You kind of like won this group based on historical points, and I hope you do well in the next round in the quarter semis. Okay, let's look at the third group now. This group is a very interesting one because it is between the two continents, or the two countries rather, fighting very hard with the COVID. And we have the team in Philippines, Corona Busters, and we have the team in Thailand called themselves the Gunner. So I saw some swingings of the points between the weeks, and it's kind of exciting to see who's going to end up the final winner. And can anybody make a guess who will be the winner here? Okay, all right, so I'll give you the answer. And the answer of the winner within this particular group would be Team Gunner from Thailand. Congratulations to you. It is a very tough fight. It's a very tight competition between the two teams. And I congratulate you for going to the next round in the quarter semifinals. All right. So let's look at Group 4 now. This is another interesting team. This team have always tied all the way since the day that the competition started, with some variations in the scores that they kind of accumulate. All right, and I won't be surprised. This is ultimately the score, similar to the former ones that we saw in Golden Chicken and the Chosen One. The scores are tied, but after doing some historical checks, the background search, as well as the points that each of this team accumulated throughout the entire tournament, I'm pleased to announce that, oops, I'm sorry, the Philippines team, you actually get to go to the next round. All right, congratulations to team at CTS. You move on to the next round even though there's 0 score in the playoffs, but don't get eaten alive in the quarter semifinals. And you understand why I'm saying that in a while's time, right? Okay. Next group. This group is Team Gazelle in Malaysia and Team Arisma 01 from Indonesia. Obviously, we know the other team is from where? It's Indonesia, Arisma team, and the other one is coming from Malaysia. So it is also a very tough fight. Again, this group, their final scores are not too far away, very tight. In fact, on the last week, I see many of the group members coming to me, making sure that their points are all there, and they're kind of like excited to make sure that they do as best as they can. And I'm happy to inform that Team Arisma, you won the group competition by an extra 3 points. So it's 13 against 10. And congratulations to you, Arisma Team 01. Next up, All right, next up, this is a group between the PO Hunters in Indonesia and the DAJ team from Singapore, CCAT. All right, so this group initially started off quite level, and then CCAT team or the DJ team started to play their music and started to itch towards that. And then interestingly, the score that the final score will determine whether this DJ team is going to continue playing their music, or this team is going to be destroyed by the music because they played too much music and forgot to sell something. So Francis, I promise you the results, and the results is you guys rock, man, Francis. So 18 points against chicken egg, 0. All right, no discredit to the PO Hunters. It's not tough trying to decipher the results in a couple of like 4.5 weeks, thereabouts. It's not easy. Timing is important, all right? So congratulations to the Singapore team. DJ team, all right? Let's look at the next group. This is one of my 2 most look forward competition, because it is the competition between the land of smiles. They like to smile. They have handsome boys, pretty girls, and they smile a lot. And on top of that, they drink a lot of beer with ice cubes. Right? So it is between MMJ from Applicat, Thailand, and New Normal Metro SolidWorks in Metro Systems, Thailand. Now the question is, who will come up tops? Basing on what I last saw, in fact, basing on the first 3 weeks actually, one of these teams here was having 0 points. 0 points. And then the one with the blue logo, obviously, the blue logo, right, started edging up with chalking up more and more points. And now the question is, at the end of the day, what is the final score? And I'm happy to inform the final score would be Mix. You got mixed up. You scored too well, Mix. It is 19 for Applicat team, MMJ, and 5 for New Normal Metro SolidWorks. Sorry, Metro team, I think you try very hard to uncover your new norm. It's not easy, but unfortunately the MMJ team tend to overtake the lead in the final week of the playoffs. So congratulations to you, Applicat team, MMJ. Now, let's look at the next one now. This is the land of, I would say, is a competition between the beers. Because the Southern Beers, obviously, it's a New Zealand team and they love to drink beers. That's why the team name, I would say. And they are a new team, all right? Obviously, their focus is on not SolidWorks, but something else, which is the Delmaworks business. And of course, we have the Red Vipers. And this Red Viper team is actually coming from Thailand. So they all love to drink beers. At the end of the day, who is the one who finish up drinking a beer and making sure that they wake up on time, or who is the one who actually still have, still sleeping and because they drank too much? And the results is a hands down 12-0, and the points go to the Red Vipers in Thailand. Congratulations to you, the Thai team in Metro, the Red Vipers. This, to me, it's also a very interesting setup or group. These 2 groups has been very close throughout the entire playoffs, very close. In fact, in the qualifiers, they're almost about the same as well. And I would say that the final scores, if my Lao Hua Yin, okay, the final scores are interesting as well. And who will it be? Will it be the Arisma 02 from Indonesia team? Or will it be the cool Kiwis from New Zealand who will continue to be cool? And their final results would be, for them, Score of 3-9. Congratulations to you, the New Zealand team. Cool Kiwis, you are ahead of this competition and you move towards the quarter semi-finals. Thank you very much. Next one is probably my most look forward competition. On one side of the ring, we have the 400-pounder Dream Team. On the other side of the ring, we have the 350-pounder Applicat team, two of the largest team in two of the largest VARs that we have in AP South, and probably in terms of revenue perspective, they are two of the strongest. Now, who will win this tie? Because the competition has always been very, 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 very close. And at the end of the day, the final week, one of the final teams actually shot up into the score. They probably hold a PO, play the games, like a baccarat player. And the team winner would be, drum roll, Dream Team. Congratulations to you, Dream Team. 23 against 15. And thank you for taking part, and you're through to the next round in the quarter semi-finals. Next up, this is a team between Vietnam, Winnie's team, and the team we call the Mongol team in Thailand. These two teams was like, again, it was like a seesaw swing, right? One moment you see one team going up, the next moment you see the other team going up, until the final moments. And I'm happy to inform you, the final winner within this group would be Team Winnie's team in Vietnam. Congratulations for doing very well, right? And I know you're very hungry and you'll be challenging a lot of things. And I love the energy, so continue to have that in your, as a momentum to the grand finals. So it's 10 points for Mongol team and 15 for the Winnie's team. Let us now move on to the final group. This is the final group, Francis. The LC team in CCAT Singapore versus Project Blue Ocean Strategy. Now I try to remember now, Anthony. Okay, so again, this is another seesaw competition in the last 4.5 weeks between these two groups. At the end of the day, is it the group that is going towards the Blue Ocean is going to win? Or is it the group that is very serious about the term LC? Who's going to win? Come up tops between the two very competitive groups. And I'm happy to inform that the group winner is tick tock, tick tock. I must keep the final suspense for Anthony. Tick tock, tick tock. Congratulations to CCAT team. LC team, your seriousness got you through. And a very good effort coming from the Project Blue Ocean Strategy team as well. So this is the final groups of the 12 groups, right? And we have 12 winners in this group. Congratulations for moving through to the quarter semi-finals. And what this also means that in your team bucket, you have an extra additional $300 to the team on top of your current $200 that you already have in your pocket. So this makes up $500 now. Not too bad for a couple of months of hard work. And it's USD, by the way, right? It's USD. So with this final results here, I have some statistics here to show me. When we first begin the tournament, the NEA team, the Northeast Asia team, started off with 15 teams. In the playoffs, they have eight teams that represent the 15 teams. And now in quarter semi-finals, they only have 4 teams that represents the territory. On the other hand, the Oceania team, which is Australia, New Zealand, they started off with 3, And when they went to the playoffs, they still have 3. And now in the quarter semifinals, it is 2. Interestingly, for Southeast Asia, Simon's territory, they started off with 27 teams, ended with 13 in the playoffs, and now they will have 6. Okay? So, with this in mind, before I move on to the draw, right, I like to have some fun. Those of you viewers here, and even those of you who come back to look at the recording later, I have some fun for you. And I like to up the stakes. I like to represent the team, just a team, it's a team effort. For you to make a guess who will come up tops and end up to be the grand champion. Make a bet. All right? The first 5, I would say the first 5 teams that got the right selection would have an extra $50 to their team pocket. $50. And I would say this includes the team that has been relegated in the qualifiers and the team that has been relegated in the playoffs scenario as well. All right? So email to me. You have my email. It's ben.tan@3ds.com. Email to me your guess who will be the grand champion, and when we end the tournament, whoever the first 5 selected teams with the right answers, of course, you'll be given an extra $50 USD into your team pocket, whether you have been relegated or not. All right. If you want to vote your own team, I leave it to you. It doesn't matter. So decision is yours, but every single team can only have one choice. So please discuss clearly and make sure that I have your selection before end of Sunday this week. End of Sunday this week, which is 20th, right? 20th of September this week. Any late entries will not be considered and will be ignored. All right? เข้าใจ? Understand? All right? So make sure you send your nominations. If you don't send by end of Sunday night, Singapore time, 2359, I will never consider your reply. Okay? All right. So now, let me move my this one. Okay? Give me some airtime. Okay. Everybody love my lunchbox, right? Hi. Okay. Lunchbox, you want to say something? Let's see. Having some fun, right? Keeping the suspense on. Now, let us draw. We have 2 more agendas, right? One is to draw the, again, similar fashion like the playoffs, the competing teams against each other. And then I'm going to also share with you some surprises. All right? So, my trusty bucket, pink bucket, hi. All right? And of course, I have my DIY cardboard that will help me affix the names that we draw, okay? Okay, here we go. See, this is all random. There's no cheating here, okay? Okay, this is the first team that I draw. DJ team, CCAT, Singapore team. Let's see who you'll be competing with in the quarter semifinals. This is going to be an interesting setup. MMJ team in Applicat, Thailand. You'll be going against DJ team in Singapore, CCAT. Now this is going to be an interesting setup. The reason why I say that is because on one side you have people who enjoys music, on the other side people who enjoys beer. You can go clubbing together, but at the same time, remember there's still business to be done. Okay. All right. So let's look at the other group setup now. Okay. We have the New Zealand team, the Cool Kiwis. And let's see who you will be going after. Let me check that. The other side now, okay? Okay. All right. Wow. There's a lot of Thai teams around, huh? Gunners, you'll be going after the New Zealand team. Good luck. Try hard. Fight hard. Okay? Cool Kiwis versus the Gunners. The New Zealand team versus the Thai team. Invenio versus Applicat. By the way, if you have not included any of your opponents or anyone in the teams here in LinkedIn, please do so. It's friendly fire, I remind you. It's good to know each other well and understand what they do as well, right? Okay. Group 3 set up for the quarter semifinals. All right. We have the Philippine teams at CTS. Computrans. And you will be going after, a very random one, okay? Very random one, okay? Yeah, very random, very fair. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, CTS team. I'm not being biased here, right? If I purely based on the scores, okay, I don't want to comment anyway. So, it doesn't matter. Let me remind the team here, right? It doesn't matter how much scores you have done in the past. Most important is how much scores you're going to generate now, okay? And at CTS Philippine team, you are going against the dream team in Australia, okay? Gun buddy! Okay. Okay, so we have 3 more groups to go. Now let us to the other side now. Anybody hungry with my pink bucket lunchbox? Cute, huh? Okay, thanks to my daughter. Okay. Winnie's team, Vietnam. Let's see who you'll be going after. You would be going after the Thailand team again. This time it is the Red Vipers, okay? So we have the Thai teams versus the Vietnam team now, the Winnie's team versus the Red Vipers. Last 4 selection, final 2 groups. And let's see who they are. Arisma 01. And let's see who you'll be going after, okay? Carry the flag of Indonesia. Your opponents would be, is the fight of the Bahasas or the Melayu, I guess so, right? It is the chosen one in Malaysia. Remember, chosen one scores 0. Okay, Arisma team, don't be motivated, okay? Chosen one, use this as an energy to motivate your team just to do well in the next round, okay? Now the final 2 groups, there should be 2, right? Thank you, Pink Bucket. Thank you. Now, let's see the final 2 teams. The LC team, CCAT, and the last one, double whammy in Malaysia. Okay, no cross-border sales, huh? Singapore and Malaysia, it's too near, I know, right? So remember, you are LC team, compliance, okay? Here are our final 1, 2, 3, 6 groups, 12 competing teams, and you will receive the tournament map as usual with the team set up as we move along in the next few days. Okay? Now, let me ask a question to all of you before I give you my final agenda, which is surprise. Would all of you would agree with me that being a fighting champion is honorable, and only a fighting champion would be deserving of the grand championship, right? Yes, yes. Now, with that, here's the twist to the entire program. And I must stress, these 12 teams here, when you're competing with each other here, don't just focus on competing with each other. I want you to score as many points as possible. As many points as possible. And the reason is very simple. The 12 teams here, the last 2 teams with the lowest score, and I repeat, the last 2 teams here with the lowest score at the end of the quarter semifinals, you will be put on a dining table. Yeah, dining table. You'll be placed on the dining table where your scores will be compared with all the relegated teams from the qualifiers and all the relegated teams from the playoffs. And the top 2 teams from the relegated group would have a chance to overthrow the last 2 teams in the quarter semi-finals. Let me repeat this again, and it's highly important. Okay, the last 2 teams in this group, in terms of total scores, you'll be on a dining table, and your scores will be compared with the top 2 teams from all the relegated teams from the playoffs and the qualifiers. In other words, those relegated teams, you have a fighting chance now to come back again, provided the top 2 teams, your scores are higher than the last 2 teams here. In other words, all of you would have to be on your toes. Get it? Any questions? Please email or message me. More importantly, here's some tip. You realize that in the playoffs, we have scenarios where we have scores that tie. It can be 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, doesn't matter, it's the tie. It's important to realize the importance of the program that is meant to be focused. You know, in qualifiers and in playoffs, especially in playoffs, you will see a table where it shows you all the different points, right? And there's a table, in this table you will see some highlighted in blue color rows. Those programs, those are the focus areas or the focus initiatives. And this will change in the semi-quarterfinals, right? Quarter semifinals, okay? And it is important that you do well in those focus areas as first priority, rather than just looking at the total score. Reason is very simple. In the event where your final scores in the quarter semifinals is the same as the opposing team, the first check will be determined by which team scored the most points basing on the focus initiative. The team that has higher score in that area will be given the first right to win. Okay? All right, so remember that. So I welcome back all the relegated teams. Thank you for your past participation. I look forward to your coming participation. I think we have another about 4.5 weeks more to go in this round, I think, or 6 weeks. Right? Check your guidebook when it's being sent over to you over the weekend. And I wish everybody luck. I've already shared the results. I've shared the draws. And I've also shared the surprises. If you have further questions, please feel free to reach out to me in any means that you can reach out. And I look forward to your final participations or even feedback, right? So at the end of the day, it's about having fun, making it competitive, but more importantly, to make sure that everybody benefit from this whole program. Thank you very much, and I'll see all of you very soon. Bye-bye.